I've been naughty. So, you're not going to see this video until September, which is fine. But right now, it is August 21st. I just spent this morning steaming the granny square blanket and the roll for stitch blanket. And feel, oh, excuse me a moment, I can show you something really. As you can see, I have chosen to replace my 6-day start blanket with the roll for stitch blanket, and Cinder has given his immediate approval. So I have that going for me. But insofar as the I've been naughty, it's Thursday. We are leaving for our trip tomorrow. So there's the blue blanket all packed up and ready for me to take. It's the blue, green, and teal wave blanket. And that is the project I should be working on. And if I'm not working on that, I should be finishing the mock-up for the shirt I want to make, so I know how much yarn to order whenever Premier decides to let me know it's back in stock. But I'm not doing that either. I've started another sweater. And this is the mesh panel sweater as featured by Skein Spider. Hers are in really awesome ace colors. So she's got the mesh parts are white, purple, and gray. And when I first saw it, I didn't clock that. And then I saw somebody talking about it in the comments, and I was like, oh yeah, that is what that is. I should know this, being part of that umbrella myself. I saw it and was like, Halloween! Because that's where my brain is. And that's also where Michael's brain is. And when I went to Michael's the other day, because I had to pause. When I went to Michael's the other day, because I had to get more cotton yarn to finish the rainbow shirt, that wasn't the only thing I got. Because, I mean, honestly, who goes into a craft store and just gets the thing they went in there for? No one I know. When I went to Michael's, I got 4 of these. It's purpley blue and neon green and black. So this is what I have elected to use for the mesh panels on this. And yeah, I have the insane drive to try and do this in one day, and that's not going to happen. I should not encourage this nonsense because it's 3:30 in the afternoon and I cannot make this sweater in a day. I can't. No, don't do this to yourself. God, I wanna. Oh, I wanna. I'm using Bernat Blanket yarn for the like solid panels. Is this a wise life choice? Who knows? The sweater's gonna be nice and toasty though. And yeah. I here's the reason I'm not working on this. It's just a square double crochet, okay? And this is the halfway point, so I have all of that to go. And it's not fun. Oh. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Today is September 2nd. This is a mock-up I made for a shirt, so I knew how much yarn it used to make this cute little crop top, so that I could buy cotton yarn to make a similar one. I did end up putting a collar on this one, and as you can see, I really cinched in the neck hole because she's a little ruffly, which is fine. This collar will not be on the actual cotton project because it's not on the drawing that inspired this. The other thing I'm going to do is be adding sleeves, I think. I don't know. We'll see how much extra yarn I have. That will decide all of this. So the yarn I was going to make the official top out of is from Premier. It's cotton yarn. I had to wait for 2 of the colors to be in, but they're in. And they're here. And it's time. But before this, there's one more thing I want to show you, and then we will completely break that down. So, uno momento. It's a sweater. It's not just 2 panels now. It's a whole ass sweater. Let me adjust you slightly. Just gonna go ahead and bend the knees on my tripod down. So you a little shorter. Ta-da! I did these cuffs and the neckline on this one and the neckline on that shirt I was just wearing are all back loop only single crochet. I want to say I don't know what happened, but I do know what happened. Here's what happened. A, I'm autistic. I don't like change, even if it's good change. 2, when I started crocheting, the very first thing I crocheted was a rainbow cardigan, and I did back loop only single crochet cuffs on it. It was a 3-weight yarn. My tension was insanely tight. It was a miserable ass slog, and I ended up making the cuffs separate and then sewing them to the sleeves because I wanted, my nice bunch and then cuff. And the first time I made it, they were way too small. The second time I made them, they were way too big. And the third time I made them separate and sewed them on because I said, fuck this shit. And I learned how to do a front post, back post alternating ribbing. And I've done that for everything up until that rainbow shirt I made in the last video. Because the back loop only single crochet ribbing matched the vibe, what I wanted it to look like the best. So I did it, and it wasn't that bad. And then I did it again on that blue shirt, and it wasn't that bad. And then I did it again on this, and then I did the cuffs last night, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm mad because it's change, and I'll get over it. Also, I have this much yarn left of this, so I might add it on the bottom. But this is a mesh panel top. I was inspired by Skeins Spider. Hers is super cute because it's the Ace color, so she's got the black like this, and then the mesh panels are purple, white, and gray. This yarn is, the colorway is like Dragonfly multi or something. To me, these are spooky season colors, baby. This is my new Halloween sweater. It's September 2nd. It's definitely an allowable region of the year for spooky season shit, even though spooky season is year round in my household and especially in my room. Halloween decorations go up once. That's now house decor. Deal with it. But this is the first time I've put on the whole sweater. It's so comfy. And like, honestly, I'm super stoked because there we go. This is going to be the like default I wear all the time sweater because this is blanket yarn, but as you can see, I did the linen stitch, but I did it with a double crochet so that like it's not meltingly hot, but like this is definitely going to be my, I'm in the air conditioning because I live in Florida and it's 100 degrees outside and it's 76 in here and now I'm cold. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to use this. I had 4 skeins of this to start with, and all of these mesh panels are double-stranded, which is why you've got, like the purple and the green happening here, or the purple and the green happening here. But, yeah, no, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I just, like, put it on for this video, and I'm like, oh no, this is so comfy. Oh no, what have I done? But, let me flip you around and show you the inspiration for this cotton shirt I want. Alright, so, the internet is obsessed with K-pop demon hunters. I am no exception to this rule. I'm minding my own business. I'm scrolling Tumblr, and I see this beautiful, beautiful piece of art. And I took a screenshot of it. And I would like to make all 3 of these shirts, quite frankly, because everything about this, it's 90s hypercolor, like Zoe's baggy t-shirt, just everything about this is a yes in my brain. So, like I said, saved this. Got this all zoomed in. I picked out my colors, and I will show you. I've got, oh, let's see here. Close your eyes, it's about to get bright. Really? Come on. There we go. We got mint. And granted, that looks more teal on there than it actually does to my eyeballs. Like the camera be doing some nonsense. So I got mint. Trust me, it's mint. We've got our, yeah, this is ultramarine. The camera's definitely doing something weird. I can prove this to you because that's not good. We also have purple and pink. So here's the ultramarine, and here's the purple. There we go. So those are those two colors. And then we have the pink. And these are all Cotton Sprout from Premier. They're a 3-weight yarn. The pink and the purple were out of stock, so I had to wait for those to come back. The official color names are bright pink for this pink. We've got purple for the purple, ultramarine for the blue, and then mint for the mint. And I'm going to show you here, I also have turquoise, which is, oh, come on. There we go. There's the turquoise. There's the mint. And trust me, this is the best I could do. It took me forever to pick out which kind of yarn I wanted to make these shirts with. Because I had to find the right color for these stars. So I whipped this up on Stitch Fiddle using the gauge from that blue shirt I was wearing. So this is the tapestry pattern. Obviously, if we go back to her shirt, the purple extends further on this side and the blue extends further on this side. I didn't do that. In the pattern, I'm just gonna do that when I make it. So that's that. And as you saw, I have turquoise. So I'm gonna make Mira's tank top. I'm probably gonna make it full length though. Personally, that's more comfortable for me. It might just be like mesh stitched full length, but we'll see. We shall see. I have 2 each of the blue and the purple, and then 1 each of the pink and the teal. I think that should be more than enough because all 4 colors, like if I got 1 of each color, is the same amount of yarn as the blue I used to make that shirt I was wearing a couple minutes ago. But obviously there's more blue and purple in this, so yeah. So that's the plan for that. I have that yarn. That'll probably be what I work on after I finish the ribbing on the bottom of the sweater. The other thing I'm working on is, let me see what we got here. Okay. This is the Thalassa top by Sarah Wright. I did find it on Ravelry. And the way it has worked is you make this panel, which then drapes over your shoulder, and then you make another one. And as you can see, she sewed it about halfway up the top and halfway up the front. I am using this. Let me turn this light back off. There we go. And then we're going to refocus the camera. Come on, camera. Nope. I'm thinking I don't have, okay, whatever, we're turning the light back on. But I'm not very far. This is a, what we got here? Super fine weight, 100% superwash merino wool. This is that Market at Malta stuff that I showed you guys at the end of the last video. So yeah, that is what I'm doing with that. And I have like, I got myself a second one of these. Let me go grab it. I'm gonna kind of spin you guys this way a little bit. Let's see if that helps with our lighting issue. So, as you can see, I have this one. It's wood, blue, and green resin. So this was my first BWA hook. I love these things. If you are blessed enough to not live this fucking hellscape of a country right now, our fucking clown got rid of the minimus exception on tariffs. So now things under $800 also face tariffs. And so BWA was like, yo, Americans, if you want hooks, like, get them at, and we're going to get them over the border before this shit goes into effect. So I got myself another one. This one is all resin and it's purple. It is ever so slightly thinner than the other one, but it hasn't caused any issues with my hand so far. And this is my favorite hook. And it comes with, interchangeable hooks. They go up to a 7 and they go down to, I want to say, a 3.5. Yeah. So I got the same hooks with this one. They also have micro crochet hooks. I wish they had like 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 10, 12, 15. But I don't know if that's something that's an option. But I am using this one. I was using this one when I was doing the cuffs on my sweater last night. And despite it being slightly thinner, I have not had any issues. I love this hook. It's the perfect size. It's the perfect weight for how I hold my hook. And like, I crochet all day long and I don't get like hand cramps or wrist cramps when I'm holding this hook. And it actually, like, having this hook and having a good hook helped me so much with my tension. And yeah, so I got a shiny new hook, guys, and I'm so not sorry. And they're beautiful. They also like sparkle in the sun. They're great. I love them. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. That's what I have. All right. Hello, everyone. A couple things. I got a ring light, so you can see me. 2, I have a webcam, and I am hopefully going to be setting up for live streams soon. I think I have every thing set up hardware-wise. I just gotta figure out the YouTube side of it, but I will be doing that soon. So we're gonna figure out when works best, when's gonna be good, and yeah. 2, I finished the sweater. Let's start with that. Let's start with the good fun stuff. I finished this last night. I had to go buy an extra skein of yarn. I have this much left. And I don't know what the plan is, because, oh god, this thing's so comfy, it's staying on. Alright, here we go. Got the ribbing on the bottom. These and the bottom are 8 single crochets long. This is only 5. And, like, there's plenty of room here to add more. But I don't know if that's enough. And I'm not buying more. So I went and got this yarn to finish this like first thing yesterday morning. So Michael's opens at 9, so I was back home by 10. I finished this ribbing last night at like 8:30. I don't fucking know what happened, but this is done. It's super comfy. I'm keeping it on. Let's continue. Uh, I Are jackalopes cryptids? Do jackalopes count as cryptids? Because if they do, they're my favorite cryptid. I'm a Google real quick. Jackalope. I don't know if they're like a cryptid or just they're a mythical animal. Does that make them a cryptid? Jackalope. Cryptid? Maybe. Whatever. If you don't know, jackalopes are rabbits with antlers. And I want to make one and have like a little stuffed mounted one and put it on my wall. And I have wanted to do this for so long that I bought these in the Christmas section at Walmart 2 years ago. Then we're doing it now. I found these. I have 3 of them at Walmart. Not Walmart. Let's try that again. While I was thrifting. Found these while I was thrifting. I have sanded this one down just because when I attach, I want to make sure if I need to glue it, I have gluable surface. So there's that. These need a little surgery. I'm going to take these pine cones off the bottom. And then I have acquired these from my mom's scrap yarn basket. These are the like OK Go yarns that were out like several years ago. My mom got a bunch of them, made a blanket with them, but she cut all the colors apart because the blanket she was going to make, she tried to make it, she didn't like it, so she went with a different one and whatever. That's what's left. I'm going to use them. They're good rabbit colors. But, I didn't want to start before I let y'all know what I was doing. Because otherwise I'm going to be like, I made this thing. That's it, the end. There was something else I was going to share. What was it? I don't remember. I'm not having a good brain day, and yesterday was also not a good brain day. So apparently we're starting this video because my camera keeps deciding to start recording and I don't know why. So we're starting. Update on the jackalope. We have a head, and this will get sewn shut a little bit, and this will as well. So see, he's very bunny, very bunny. I am sewing some felt onto the back, and I thrifted a bag with a bunch of wood things in it, including like these little wood, like stick them on things and paint them and make them more detailed. Whatever. I'm going to stick it in here over the yarn for 2 reasons. One, it's going to help keep the yarn in. But when I sew this on here, and I get the felt all sewn on, it will have a nice, like, flat spot. Place glue and then press it to my board to make jackalope. I have also, I did cut off the back because they're both bent the same way, so I'm trying to make them. Excuse me. My lungs just forgot how to work. They both curve in the same direction, so I'm just cut the backs off to help them. He leans this way, apparently. I'm not doing anything else. I already broke it. I broke this one right here. And I had to glue it back together. It does seem to be attached now, but yeah. So I will end up cutting this off here. I just didn't want to cut anything off until I knew. I'll cut that off there and sew this on. I'm going to glue this up here over all the white stuff and Joel and that for long. Just no, you guys aren't going to tell anybody, and I'm not going to tell anybody, so nobody's going to know, and we'll be fine, and it'll be great. I do have to make the ears yet, but the reason I can sew this on so easily is I'm using a curved needle, and as you can see, that's pointy. Would you please not focus on my face? It's a pointy needle. I can compare. This is a traditional yarn needle. See how one's like sharp and this one's not? So, and then I was gonna say something else. What was it? The eyes I used are 20mm safety eyes, I think. Let me double check that. I can't double check it on my phone because I'm recording on my phone. So we gotta go early 2000s style. Pull up Amazon on our computers. I logged in. My orders. I'm not logged in. Oh, for the love of no, they're not. They're 12mm safety eyes. Yeah, okay, they're 12mm. See, this is why it was important that we checked. These are 12mm safety eyes. 20 would probably be better, actually, but these are the biggest ones I have. So this is what we're using. I digress. So yeah, look at stuff. I'll just stick a stitch in here and that'll hold him closed, and then there will go some stitches under there to hold his little chin chin up. We will add a nose, probably in black yarn. But yeah, I'm really excited with how he's turning out. Mid project update for y'all. All right, you're all in the hallway because I finished the Jackalope and I put him on the wall immediately because I have no chill. So here he is. I think he's super adorable. I actually think he reads best from this side, but I think he's cute. I do think his cheeks got a little chubby. He's almost between the like chubbiness and the color. He's a little like not bunny. Either I don't know what he's giving, but it's not 100% rabbit or jackalope. But I do think he still reads, and I think he's very cute. And yeah, immediately on the wall. So I think he looks good there. I might move him. Here's the nice thing about crochet. It's like, oh, he's a little crooked. Let me just squish him around a bit. There we go. Yeah. So this guy will need a name if you guys have any suggestions on what to name him, or her, or them, whatever. I don't know if there's a gender implication with the horns like there is with deer. Also, in the very first clip, I asked if this guy was a cryptid. I have come to a conclusion, and my conclusion is no. He's a mythical animal, like a unicorn, but he's not a cryptid. So, yeah, this will be where he lives. Yeah. I did not plan on making him in this video, but such is life. I don't think I have any other updates for you other than I did that. But we can say hello to the Gidge. Say hi, Gidge. Yeah. Oh. Scratch, 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 scratch. Any purrs for the people? Thank you. All right. Now that we have all been blessed by a Gidgepur, I will see you in the next clip. Hello, everyone. I have done it. I have done it. It is finished. It is done. All the ends are weaved in. It's all crocheted. It's done. It's fucking done. It's done. And it's amazing. I think it turned out beautifully. I love the feel, like the weight of the blanket, the flow of the blanket. I haven't even steamed it yet, honestly. I should. It has to get chucked in the wash first. I spilled Kool-Aid on it because I'm an adult. But it's done. It's fucking done. Okay. I actually finished this Friday. Today is the 16th, so it's Tuesday. But today's the day I finally feel like filming. So we're here. It's done. Over in the corner. The other thing I have been doing, come on, hands, is, if you all remember, I made these in a video a couple months back out of leftover scrap yarn. So this is the striped hexagon. This is that blanket yarn. This was also in the stripy hexagon video. And this is the star sweater I made. And I have made 6 more, including 2 with the scraps from that blanket. I have live streamed twice now, both times on Tuesday. I think I'm going to try and continue to do that. If not every week, every other. But at the moment, every week is the goal. Even if I stream for 3 hours on Tuesday, I might also try to stream on Thursdays. We'll see what happens and how I'm feeling. That's all the crochet news I have. I finished that blanket, and my brain was like, stop. Just stop. Stop touching a crochet hook. Stop touching yarn. Stop. And my brain was like, no, I absolutely will not. So I spent a week playing video games because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And the answer was close enough. Close enough is good enough. That's almost a crochet hook. It's a latch hook. If you don't know what latch hook is, I would be so stoked to show you. So I have several about my room and my house that I have made. So we are going to, all right, that is latch hook. That's the moon. Thank you. That is latch hook. That is the eye nebula. I designed and made both of these on my own. I cut my own yarn for that. It went okay. I do have others. I have others as we spin. Spin again. In here. I have to remember how my house is laid out, y'all. This one I did not make. This one I bought at the Hirschner's warehouse sale. So this was somebody who worked there, I'm assuming, made this as a sampler for the kit. But I did make this one. And I did use this one as a rug for a little bit. But I had wall space. It went on the wall. That's the deep truth of that one. And then I have a couple more out here in the hallway. Let me turn on the hallway light. I have this one, just single-handedly the worst latch hook kit I have ever done. It was a printed kit too, so instead of having, I'll show you. The one I'm currently working on is not printed. It just comes with this. But that one, the colors were just printed on the canvas. None of the colors were labeled. This yarn is atrocious. The canvas broke a bunch of times. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. It's really cute, so I kept it, but I would never buy it again. And then I've got this one, which is designed as a wall hanging because it came with those. I have a couple more somewhere else, but my point is, I have started a new one. Sander, sleepy Sander. He's not sleeping because his tail's a twitching. Sander. Oh, baby. Okay, sorry, that was really obnoxious. This is a haunted house kit, excuse me, that I got for my birthday a couple years ago. And now I'm getting around to doing it. And today on stream, I brought out the whole kit. I labeled all the yarn with the symbol that matches that piece of paper I showed you. And I got this all folded up to the right size. And we did the first 3 squares, which are here. His little bucket and his feet. So we got his bucket, his feet, and the very, very start of his ghosty friend. I will definitely be working on this on stream again. I just don't know if I'm going to be working on it in between stream too. I know at the end of the last video, I gave you guys like a list of the shit I was going to do this month, and I should know better. Derpy's not happening. He will happen eventually, but he's not happening. I did buy better crochet hooks for him, so it's more likely. But it's not happening this month. Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, the 18th. And we've done all the ends on these. And I don't want to work on this anymore, which is the great thing about scrap projects. Back to the yarn room. Don't want to deal with it anymore. Love a good scrap project. I do believe this afternoon, I fully intend to go live again. I am going to be working on my latch hook project I started on the last live. I'm going to show you guys the picture of what I'm making if I can find it. It's not there. It's there. Where did I put it? I thought I was prepared. I was all prepared. I had the bit. I thought it was funny. Now I can't find the other thing. Oh, I found it. I got it. It's this Haunted House Latch Hook Rug. It's a kit from Hirschner's, as you can see by the everything here. We got just to the start of the ghosty, I did 2 more. So, like, right here in the middle, I did 2 more off camera. So, my goal in live today would be to finish the rest of the bottom. Because there are 4 full squares and then a little extra sliver. The other thing. I watched Killian's new video. If you don't know who Killian is, I will have her linked. Go follow her. I adore Killian. I adore her content. Killian does a lot of tapestry crochet projects, and if you have watched all the videos on my channel, you'll know I've done, which was the sweater I made for my birthday. And it was not my favorite thing. However, I love to support the people whose stuff I like. So Killian made a tapestry crochet pattern, and if I can get my computer to stop being frozen, I'll show you what it's of. It's of one of my favorite kitschy items in all of time. It's a lava lamp! So is that my next project? Yes. Should I be my next project? No. Am I sorry? No. I am going to change the colors because look at that. I own a lava lamp, and my lava lamp. If the colors want to focus here, I operate my phone? No. Is this very light? The water is like purpley pink, and the lava is orange. And yeah, so that's the plan. I don't know how quick I'll get that done, or if it'll even get started anytime soon, but that is the plan. I'm hoping that if I can do this lava lamp thing, it'll get me start the there's a shirt I want to make out of cotton, and I got all the yarn, and it's right there, that bucket, and it's also tapestry crochet, and I need to start it, and I have not. But I really want to make this lava lamp, so I think maybe if I make the lava lamp, I'll feel inspired, I'll feel good, and then I'll make the shirt maybe. I don't know. But that's where we're at. I feel like I didn't do a lot this month. I've not been in a good mood this month. If you want to know why I haven't been in a good mood this month, open any other website on the internet and just look at the shit that's happening in the world. Hello, hello, hello. I made a thing. I fucking love it. It's so cute. It is, in fact, bigger than the actual lava lamp. Let's see if I can. It's just a little bit bigger than the actual lava lamp. So I haven't dealt with any of this yet, but I'm gonna block this, steam it. Some felt on the back. I have a dowel, and yeah, that's the plan. Um, like I said, this is a simplified version of the pattern by Killian, and I got it on a cookie, and it's beautiful. I might make another one. I haven't decided yet, but I gotta weave all these in a little bit at least. I'm gonna clip short, block this, glue it to some felt, and then I will go. I did a border around the edge, and I'm gonna go in the back loop of this top border and just work over this dowel. And not lose the bead that I'm going to force onto the end. So that's that. Any other progress updates? Not really. I am feeling more motivated to start that shirt because it's only 3 colors, unlike this, which most of it was fine. The base here, I actually fucked up because there's supposed to be like one more row in here somewhere, and I accidentally skipped it. But I just, yeah. And up here, there was like 5 colors happening at once. And it's just so many yarn. So many yarn. It's not even how that works. And like, I do the bobbin thing. I do all the tricks. I know all the tricks and all the tips. It's still just, every time. Which is why I don't do tapestry crochet very often. But the lava lamp spoke to me. And I just, my one complaint is that I wish this purple was more saturated. I don't know if it's gonna tilt this way. Can we have some more light? There we go. Yeah, I just wish this was a little more saturated so it could match the pink and the orange in Attitude. But yeah, update before I just like finish the whole project and forget to tell you guys what I'm doing. See you in the next clip. Alright. Hello everyone. So I finished the tapestry. Look at that. Look at how absolutely neon that is. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with this. I think it looks great. I did glue a piece of felt on the back just to cover up all the ends and things. And then got a dowel over a couple wooden beads. One of these beads has a crack in it that needs to be facing the back. There it is. Hide that. And then this is just a chain of 50. And it hangs on a thumbtack in the hallway. Other thing I have to show you all is I have finally started the cotton t-shirt. I have finally started the cotton crop top t-shirt I wanted to make. So this is row one, and I did it, and I'm like, oh no, I made the wrong side of the front. And then I'm like, I have to make two of these. So this is the back panel. So I started it. It started. The first row is done. We good. We making progress. That's the update. Woo! I'm gonna go play more Hollow Knight now. I am not doing any of the things I should be doing. I didn't do the derby. I have not moved to work with this yarn. Even though I do like the final product, it's a pain in the ass to work with. Not in the mood. The shirt I started with this yarn, just buried. I tried working on that today. I don't feel like it. Started, did the foundation row for the Tapestry crochet crop top. I don't feel like working on that either. I have the latch hook I started for lives. I don't want to work on that. The project for this month has apparently been playing Hollow Knight, and I don't want to do that anymore either. So, hi, welcome to my channel. I have no content. So we're gonna do roll for scrap. Except it's not scrap yarn. It's just yarn I have acquired. Who the fuck knows where? Some of it is I've filled in with yarn I purposefully acquired, but the rest of this I have no idea. They're in my collection. I don't want them there, so we're going to use some of them. First and foremost, this red heart variegated. It is color Bohemian. Pardon. There we go. I don't know if that helps. It's blue, purple, pink, and like coral. And it's red heart soft. And if you can't tell how old this is by the freaking label, at the moment it says 2015 Women's Choice Awards. So again, I didn't crochet in 2015. I don't know why I have that. Moving on. Some good old fashioned Red Heart Super Saver, Dark Orchid. Is that better? Better without that one too. Hey, look at that. Hey, Dark Orchid. Try this one again. Yeah, there we go. There's that one. There's this one. This is also Red Heart Super Saver, but you can tell it's a lot older because, yeah. This is in the color Light Fuchsia, and it doesn't have a dye lot. I have this to match the coral. It's Big Twist in the color coral. This is also Big Twist. I believe this is Cornflower. It is. It's Cornflower blue, y'all. I'm not gonna get this back. Oh, maybe. And then this color, I needed a sixth color. My dice has 6 sides. I don't have a 5-sided dice. I might have a 5-sided dice. I don't think I do. Red Heart with Love in the color Merlot. Oh, nope. It's the best I can do. I think they go together. And I'll stick a picture in here of what we're making because the pattern is on my phone and you guys are also on my phone right now. So that's the plan. Got my dice, a bowl, yarn. Do have to change the hook. This one? Yes! Alright. So, let me lie these out. Order. Do I remember? Order. I just told you. No. We're going to have our variegated as number 1. Then, this is the problem. We are going to do our purple, pink, coral, blue. Then we'll stick the Merlot at number 6. How does that sound? I gotta scoot you guys over because I don't have enough of it. Alright. Let us get y'all ready and let's roll some dice. Alright, it is 10 to noon on Wednesday. Last night we started the roll for scrap, even though everything I had was mostly a full skein. And I don't know what my issue was last night, but with perhaps one exception, I had to do every single one of these rows at least twice. So, like last night, my last note is to rip out this coral row with the front posts and redo it before I started the blue row. I also decided that the back is just going to be the exact same colors. This is where we start today. The only color we haven't used so far is beautiful dark orchid. I'm hoping this comes up. But I am liking this so far. I don't know if I'm gonna like keep this bag. I might sell it. I don't know, but so far, so good. So we are going to get started today with another dice roll. I have to read. She's got in the pattern. There's like treble 4 together, I think, and she's like, I do it the specific way. I gotta go read that, and then we will roll dice and start. Anything else? I did not stream yesterday. I didn't feel like it. Okay, that's my prerogative. I will probably be streaming tomorrow. I will probably be working on latch hook rug. None of which is relevant to you because by the time you see this clip, it will be long over. But yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're going. Let go. You know how I said I had to redo this a bunch of times? It's still not right. There should be 9 of these. I only have 8. I'm just... I do this for fun. I'm not having fun. I'm back. I had my temper tantrum. I put on my big kid panties. And we did it. Figured it out. And I added the row on the back as well. So we're going to roll for the next one. And I'm in a quandary. I'm in a quandary because we haven't touched number 2 yet. So do I want to roll or do I want to do number 2? And part of me is like, the whole reason we're doing this is so the dice chooses. Oh, that light is bright. That's better. And then the other part of me is just like, do the purple. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna roll, and the only one that it has to be one of the solids because we just used variegateds, and I'm not going back to back with any of these colors. So let's just roll the fucking dice. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Me too. It's 1. Literally the only one I cannot do right now. We just did that. Give me 2. It's 2. I did not do that on purpose. Let's go. Alright. I have finished the most recent row, and I'm in a quandary. 2 quandaries. I don't one of the things is with this pattern that like the next part of this, because it's supposed to make like a little teardrop shape, it has to be the same color. So do I just do that, or do I roll the dice and let chaos thrive? The other thing is we've only used this one once. Again, do I let chaos thrive? Do I intervene? I don't know. I don't have answers. My instinct is to let chaos thrive. Let the dice do their thing, and we're just all along for the ride. I do, honestly, think I might use this pattern again and just use the back piece because I really, really like just the back piece. We shall see. But I guess let's roll the dice again. It's the only way forward for me because here's the thing: I'm gonna roll the dice, and then I'm gonna know what I want. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. Right. Oop. I got my cords all tangled up. There we go. Don't slide. I will hold. 5. What's 5? 5 is blue. 5 is blue. I don't have a problem with that. I gotta double check the pattern as far as the colors go. I would like the pink to show up at least once more. So this will be row 15. I think what I'll do is if we don't get pink by row 20, we're just row 20 will be pink. And yeah, onward. I have made one decision actually. I know I just said that if I didn't get to the pink by row 20, I would just do row 20 as pink, and I don't think I will because there is a big strip that's going to go at the top of this bag where, you know, all of this gets dealt with. And I'll just use whichever color I used the least for that, and thus far is the pink. So that's that decision. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do the next row in the Merlot or not. We'll see. I don't want to. I don't want to. That's my decision. I don't want it to match. Now we know. 2. Ooh, 2 is the dark purple. Yeah. I'm sure you're all like, what is this footage? Why is it so dark? I have a migraine. And the sensible thing to do when one has a migraine is to rest. But I did that already. Slept for like 6 hours. And I still have the migraine. and no more sleep left in my body. So I also am terrible. I'm the worst kind of sick person because I don't want to just lie down and rest and get better because I have a chronic illness, so I fucking feel like shit all the time. So even when I'm sick, I'm like, whatever, I've felt worse. I want to do things. I want to do things. I want to crochet. I want to work on this bag. But I do have the joyousness that is light sensitivity when it comes to migraines. Thus, this high quality footage you're currently watching. Which means I don't know how to roll the dice and tape it for you guys so you guys can see. So, there's that. I might just roll the dice and y'all have to take my word for it. I just, my brain hurts. I can't sleep anymore. I can't go outside because every time I have a fucking migraine in this goddamn hell state, the Florida sun's like, today is my day to be as obnoxious as fuck. Has it been gray and rainy and shit for the last week? And and was it supposed to be gray and rainy and shit for the next week? Yes. But I have a migraine, so the fucking sun's out. There's not a cloud in the goddamn sky. So I'm in my cave. And you might just, the next clip might just be tomorrow and whatever progress I've done. I'm gonna finish this bag and then I'm gonna edit this video together, and it's gonna be short and not my best work, and I apologize. I don't know what the fuck happened this month, but apparently fuck September. That's what happens this month. So here we go. What I am doing here is rolling the dice 3 times for the last 3 rows. I chose for these last 3 rows to only pick from the colors I was trying to get rid of, because the coral and the cornflower blue were from Big Twist. I didn't want to get rid of those inherently. I just wanted to get rid of the red heart ones that I didn't know where they came from. So I rolled between the variegated, the Merlot, and the dark orchid. So if I had rolled a 1 or a 4, that would have been the variegated. A 3 or a 6 was the Merlot, and a 2 or a 5 would have been the dark orchid. So I rolled a 1, a 3, and then I did roll a 3rd time, but I didn't have to. Our last colors in order are going to be the variegated, the Merlot, and then the dark orchid. Hello. It is 6:17 on Friday the 26th of September. And this video has to be out in 2 days. Thought I had one more weekend. I don't. So here's how it's gonna go. The crochet part of the bag is done, with the exception of the strap. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the strap yet. So I might not. I'm thinking I will. I might not. So let's show off the bag first. I do still have it attached to the yarn because I'm not certain how I'm attaching these yet. So until that's decided, stay on the yarn. So this is the front, and like that's my entire torso. It's huge. It's huge. Huge. And it should be 2 rows taller, but I was like, I think it's big enough. I did decide to add a fun little row of the variegated in there at the very top of the purple. I was going to do 2. I was going to do another row of variegated, another row of purple, but I'm good. I like it just the way it is. I might change my mind. Who knows what tomorrow brings? This is the back, which honestly I might like more than the front. Um, Something about it is very, very soothing. How it turned out. This bag is surprisingly not bad to the touch, considering how absolutely fucking awful all of the Red Heart yarns were for this project. Because they're not just Red Heart, they're old Red Heart. The newer Red Heart is a little softer. This, I mean, look at the freaking label. What did we, I think we talked about this. Oh, that was the other one. That was the Merlot. This one, do you have a date on here? It does. 5/24/05. Red Heart is almost old enough to drink. And it feels terrible. This, which is newer Red Heart, you can tell by the label, is like, it's not bad to the touch right here, right now. This says 28/8/20. So this is 5 years old. But it, like, you know when you frog and you get the, like, it's not knotted, it's just all the extra fuzz that has created the dust bunny from hell. This stuff, super bad. And then this one, oh, this one's also from 2020. This stuff, honestly, probably the least bad of the three solid colors. It's, honestly, I'd say this is the closest to, like, the new Red Heart, and this is Red Heart with Love, so this was, like, their intentionally softer stuff. And like I said, this is, like, almost current Red Heart. It's not the best, but there are worse things out there. And, as for the soft, this is how much we have left. It fits heavy skin. This is the stuff from 2015, so yeah, this stuff's 10 years old. I think stuff's 20. That has to be my mother's. I 20 years ago, I was 12. I was not crocheting 20 years ago. Wow. Anyway, so if I do make a strap, I'm thinking I'll do it with the stuff. Because it's got, well, most of the colors. It doesn't have the purple or the Merlot, but, like, the fuchsia, the coral, the light blue were picked to try and kind of match that. The plan is, this is it. This is the project for this video. But I have some things. So I delved into my fabric stash. And I used to sew. I don't sew much anymore. And then I did embroidery, so I fabric that. And that's what this is for. For this one, which is just flowers and green. You can hold it up with this. See them together. And then this one is like the same flowers, but it's got, you know, this is like ultimate Pinterest core freaking fabric. I think I got them both at Walmart, so and what I'm going to do is, because these squares are roughly the size of the bag, so because I know you'll likely see the fabric from the outside, I'm going to keep these. I'm going to make a big, like, long pill shape essentially with both of these. Sew those together, turn that inside out, and then sew it up the sides to make the bag. Not a pill shape, because I want the ends to be flat. It's just a big tube. Like, fan. I can see it in my head. Have faith. So that's the plan for that. I'm going to line it because honestly, this will probably just end up being like a stuff a project in it bag. I love how the colors go together. Something about the side is so much more satisfying. Oh, that's the plan with that. Tomorrow I am going to edit this video. Sunday you all get to see it. But let me I kind of showed you. We used a lot of this yarn up. Less so of the pink, maybe a third of this skein. And I'd say about half of the red. So I think that's pretty good. Considering, again, I don't really recall how I acquired these. So, to use up, I'd say I used half the purple, half the red, so that's a skein. I used like a third of the coral too, but again, I'm not trying to get rid of this. I know where this came from. I am mentally responsible for this. And with the cornflower blue, same thing. I'd say I used about a third. And then if I make a strap with this, it'll probably be the skein will probably be gone. So, as far as like stash busting, very successful. And when I went to get my fabric, I had to go through all my fabrics. I folded it up all nice and neat, and because I have it in like a wooden chest, it all fits in there so much better when it's folded nice and neat, and not just shoved inside and then you cram the lid down and shove the latch on and forget it exists. So, folded those all up so I have space for more fabric. That's what that means. Thanks for joining me for this journey. I'll see you in the next one. If you've got time, if you want to, do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe if you want to, see my next videos, know when I'm going live. Yeah. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.